And let's go to another very different story, as inspiring. We've said we've got with us also our startups, our unicorns, and Vijay Shekhar Sharma of Paytm. If you could come up and join us, that would be great. Vijay. Great to have you on again. And of course, Vijay is also a sponsor of NDTV, but that just shows he's got good taste. He's here because of the brilliant work he's done. And Vijay, let's hear how you did it, because it actually is an incredible story.
First of all, thank you NDTV and everybody who selected us, me for this one. This one is special because I grew up in a sort of not those who are so privileged that they can build large companies or large bright futures for themselves. So had a life where even getting money from bank in thousands of rupees or getting 8 lakh rupees, I still remember I gave up 40% of this company's equity for 8 lakh rupees at one point in time. Okay. And I took a vow that wish at one point in time in this country where we are 1.2 billion and the financial services has not reached to the masses, can we change the way Indians can use financial services? Because in this country, we have a divide of haves and have-nots. And those who do not have, they do not even have a saving bank account. It's such a pity to have a country, to feel bad about the history of our country that having a saving bank account is considered a privilege. I think this is exactly what we want to change at Paytm. And the journey starts from paying through mobile. Because if you see currency note, they were built long time back. And I think this is the time has come when the smartphone can change the way we pay. And that is the starting point our journey is. And we're very proud that every month, more than 60 million times we prove that currency is not the better way to pay, but a smartphone is a better way to pay. And hopefully one day this country's billion people will belong to our platform and they will say, yes, this country can build something as powerful as mobile payments, which the world will look up to. So that is what the story of the Paytm is actually.
That's absolutely amazing, the ability really to dream big. And I had to ask you that because I was reading about you and it says you like bungee jumping. You're also not a bad DJ and you like spinning. And you have these huge dreams. So is the bungee jumping part of that inherent risk-taking ability? Why do you like bungee jumping?
Well, I think high adrenaline, there is no doubt about it. That is what part of, I'm sure every entrepreneur will go through. And so I think I have the word which Jim Morrison said, which is what the truth is. I've got strong urge to fly. And I think that is how the bungee jumping or skydiving comes part of this.
And you have, of course, your wife and your young son with you here as well. In fact, I'd love to call them on a stage if they'd like to join us. And this thing.
They're so media shy. They're feeling uncomfortable.
They're feeling uncomfortable. But
yeah.
What's always been amazing about when I read about startups is how their families have stood by them. I mean, did she ever tell you that, are you mad? You went through failure after failure. Where's the next meal coming from, etc. Did she ever tell you why you're doing this?
Well, I think it's a very interesting one that I come from a family where nobody has been in business. I was the black sheep identified. And at some point in time in my, I remember that my mother thought that because I couldn't get a job, that is why I'm trying a company there. And when I got married, which is a family arranged marriage, so my wife didn't even know that I'm a quote-unquote businessman. They thought that I work for a company.
She wouldn't have married you if she knew you were a businessman.
No, that is not the point. But then she said that, what kind of work you go to? You come so late in home in early days. And I said that, look, you know, I don't have a luxury of a job. I think I want to put the word called luxury of a job. In a job versus a business, in business you never stop working. In fact, the fun is that the work and the personal life, everything is, there is no difference between one or the other. So I think she had to adjust to the lifestyle that I was, which is so much about the work, which is, there is no difference between work and personal life. And I think that's a fun part. And she loved.
And finally, I talked about your risk-taking appetite. And I've seen you're not also scared of taking on the big boys. I mean, you were one of the few to go vocal against Facebook's free basics plan. And it's interesting because you've really become a voice speaking out for net neutrality. A decision is expected soon. So what would you like to say today? We've got Mr. Amitabh Kant here as well. But what would you like to say on why it's so important for keeping unicorns like all of you here going?
I was in New York and I heard this. And this is what the truth of my life, I think, will belong when I am known for. that it comes upon a generation to change the fate of a country. And I think it comes upon a generation to save the fate of a country. This is that digital freedom that we need. We can't have those who are capitalist. We can't have colonization. We can't have people deciding what this country will see. We can't have people who ruled us to rule us again in a digital world again. And I can't believe that this country will let it happen. We are capable, we are savvy, we need money, we need investment, but we can't let them rule us. I think this is not even a doubt about it. There is not an inch of doubt that this country will be able to show to the world who we are, what we will do, and what we will give back to the world. We are not a third world in digital world in any way.
That's amazing. Thank you very much, Vijay Shekhar Sharma. So you didn't mind telling Mark Zuckerberg no?
I actually told him, Mark, you have a friend on this side. You're running a company on top of internet. You want the internet to be neutral.
Okay, thank you.